Hi, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be going over some of the newer palettes that have been added to my palette collection. So over the summer I had decluttered previously a lot of makeup and palettes that I hadn't been using at all and gave them to some friends and family. And then so over the summer I slowly started, well, actually not slowly, quite fast actually, started to add more and more palettes to my collection. So I have some palettes here that I've purchased over the summer. Some of them are new releases that were released over the summer. I think 2 of them or 3 of them are. And then some of them are palettes that have been out for a while but went on sale at either Sephora or Ulta, and I picked them up when they went on sale. So I've had all of these for at least a month now. And I've either been able to test them out or I haven't used them at all, and I'll be talking about that in a few moments. Okay, so I guess we'll start from the bottom and we'll go with some of the palettes that I purchased that, had I known the quality of them or had given it much more thought before impulsively purchasing them, I probably wouldn't have purchased. So this first one is this Meet Matte Adore palette. I purchased this at Nordstrom Rack for a sale price. I want to say I got it for like 17 something. So the palette looks like this. It's all matte shades. So I've been wanting to try the Balm products for a while, so I was really excited to pick this up. I was very disappointed with this. Sorry, my dog's gagging over there. I was very disappointed with this. The top 2 rows are not bad. This bottom row, however, is very disappointing. These 2 shades, this Matte Soto and Matte Lee, they're both just black. In the pan they might look a little bit different, but on the eyes they're the same, they're black. And there's no reason to have 2 black shadows in a palette. And then this Matte Borsky is probably one of the hardest blues I've ever had to work with. This will not stay put. It is very pigmented. See right there, very pigmented, but yeah, it won't stay put on my lid. Every time I put it somewhere, it travels and gets all over the place. I've even found it down, like flaking down here, and it's a matte shade. So, and then it also, of course, because it is a blue, it stains. So had I known the quality of this palette beforehand, had I given it myself a chance to look at the reviews on this palette, I probably wouldn't have purchased it. Okay, so the next 2 actually are 2 Tartelette palettes that went on sale at Ulta. The Tartelette Matte palette, Clay Matte, and the Tartelette Toasted. So I purchased these, and then the third one, the Tartelette in Bloom palette, all at the same time when they went on sale. And these are the 2 that I think I purchased them online, so I didn't go in store and swatch them. I didn't look at reviews. It was all very impulsive buying. So this matte Tartelette palette, pretty much all of these shades I have in my Tarteist Pro, and I like that formula better. This is not a bad palette. It's a boring palette, and considering it's all shades that I already have in a better formula, in a palette that I like more, I don't use this hardly at all. And had I known or given that much more thought, other than the fact that it was on sale and I wanted it, I probably wouldn't purchase it. And then this Tartelette Toasted palette, it's a very pretty warm tone palette, but I don't wear these types of shades that often. Matter of fact, I haven't used this palette once since I purchased it. I'm hoping this fall I will get more use out of it. But yeah, as of right now, I haven't used it, and it's been a couple months since I bought it. So to me, I feel like that money has kind of gone to waste. And had I known this, I probably, or had I thought about this before I purchased it, I probably wouldn't have spent the money on this palette. Okay, so the next two are also, one of them I bought from Sephora, and then the other one I bought at Marshall's. TJ Maxx. So the two chocolate bars, the original chocolate bar and then the semi-sweet. So out of the two, I like the semi-sweet more. There's not a whole lot of difference with them, I feel. They're all pretty much brown toned shades, neutral palettes. I like this one more just because I feel like I get a little bit more tone difference with the mattes in this palette than I do with this palette, and I feel like I get a little bit, just a little bit more variety than this one. This pink right here, there's not much that I can use that for other than a transition shade just because it is so light, whereas this pink is really pretty shimmery, glittery, and then this blue is pretty. So, but once again, I haven't used them that often, and I don't feel, I bought them because they are cult classics and I thought everybody should have them, and I've been eyeing them for a long time. I love the scent of them. The quality is not bad. They are good palettes, and if you don't have these shades, you're getting good palettes, but because I already have neutral palettes in my collection, I really didn't need these, and had I really given it more thought before purchasing them, I probably wouldn't have purchased them. Okay, so on to some better palettes that I enjoyed a lot more. So the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. I bought this one on sale at Ulta. I really like this palette. I didn't actually think I would buy this palette. When it first came out, actually, I swatched it at Sephora and I thought, there's no way I'm buying this. I'm never gonna use it. I never wear glitter shades. I never wear these shimmery, sparkly shades on my... And my makeup style has changed since this first came out. So I have actually really enjoyed this. I haven't been able to use it as much as I'd like because I bought a bunch of palettes around the same time. But as to the quality of this, I really like this. I feel like it adds to my collection even more because it is a palette that I don't have. The only other palette that I have that's anywhere similar to this is the Too Faced Glitter palette, and even then that's different. That is more panned glitter, whereas these are still shimmer shades with glitter in them. So anyway, been enjoying this palette, really like it, and I'm glad that I picked it up. Sorry, I had to stop for a minute. My dog is begging for attention. Oh, buddy, get down. Get down. Okay, so another Too Faced product, the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes. I have really been enjoying this. I really like these peachy tones. I've used this several times. I like the quality of this. This is also something that I bought on sale. I bought this on sale at Sephora. And I bought it online, so it got shipped to my house. Yeah, this is one, I like the quality. I like the scent. I actually like this scent better than the chocolate ones. I've gotten a fair bit of use out of this actually, so I do not regret picking this one up. Another peach one that I bought was this CoverGirl Peach palette, and I have actually gotten quite a bit of use out of this palette. I really like this. Now this is a lot more powdery than their other CoverGirl formulas, but the quality, like, oh my gosh, that was just a light tap. It's so beautiful. And this one smells like both of these are peachy, but this one smells more like peaches, whereas this smells like candied peaches, or like peach flavored candy. But anyway, I really like this palette. For the price of it, I definitely think it was worth picking up. and I've been really enjoying it. So the other Tartelette palette that I picked up was the Tartelette in Bloom palette. I haven't used this palette too much yet because I've been trying to pan my Tarteist Pro palette, but I have used it a couple of times. I like the quality of this pretty well, and I can definitely see myself getting some use out of this, especially once I finish my project pan of my Tarteist Pro palette. This is a really pretty neutrals palette. I definitely recommend if you are looking at picking something like this up, or if it goes on sale again. And I definitely do not regret purchasing this. All right, so last of the sale items, my Natasha Denona Tropic palette. This is the most expensive purchase I made this summer. I got this on sale for $75 or $85. I love this palette. Originally, I was a bit hesitant to buy this when it went on sale at Sephora, because I had heard some of the more negative reviews on it, that it didn't swatch well, that it didn't blend well. So I actually went to Sephora to pick this up. I called ahead, made certain that they had one in stock for me. They held it till I got to the store, and I was able to swatch their tester before purchasing this. And what sold me on this was this blue Laguna shade. Oh my gosh, like, oh, yeah, that doesn't swatch well, but oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So, like, I don't have another blue like that in my collection. And it just stunned me. And then the rest of these, so far I've gotten a lot of use out of this palette. I want to use it more before the end of summer. But like this mint frost shade, it's really pretty. And I've been enjoying this palette. I think that it was worth the full price that it sold for, or even the $75 or $85 that I paid? No. But I have a hard time believing that any eyeshadow palette is worth that kind of money. Up to $50, and then that's where I start to be like, there's something going on here. We need to have a real think about that. But I am happy that I picked this up. I have gotten some use out of it, and so far I have not regret purchasing this palette. All right, so these last two palettes are new release palettes that came out over the summer. So we'll start with the Norvina palette. I do still have it in the box. I learned my lesson with my Modern Renaissance. My Modern Renaissance gets so dirty. I really wish that I had kept the box for it, because now I can put it back in its box and try to keep it a little bit cleaner. But anyway, so I like this palette. I do not regret purchasing it. It is definitely added to my collection. The quality of the shades in here are really nice. I've gotten quite a few different looks out of this palette, and I really enjoy the fact that it's not just a neutrals palette. This has both warm and cool tone shades in it. So you can get a variety of looks with just this palette. So I look forward to getting to use this all year round. All right, last but not least is going to be my favorite palette that I've purchased in the last several months, and this is the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. This palette was $50. I love this palette. I have gotten so many different looks out of this palette. I love the layout of this palette. To me, I think that the way it's run down, like in the rows, you can get a full look that way. It's kind of cubed to me, where you can get full looks in the cubes. The quality of these shades are so good. I love some of these shades in here. They're different from anything else that I have in my collection. And I can see myself, I have been reaching for this quite a bit, and I can see myself continue to reach for this even after like the hype has worn down. It's like the Norvina palette right now, this one is highly hyped up right now, and so I've still been reaching for it a lot. And this is the same thing with the Modern Renaissance. When it was still hyped up, I was reaching for it a lot. As that hype lowered, I still like my ABH Modern Renaissance palette, but I don't reach for it as much. And I can tell that the Norvina palette could very well end up like that. It's a good palette, and I don't regret purchasing it. I feel like the shades add to my collection. But once the hype wears down, it's probably not gonna be like a staple, I'm gonna grab this every week palette. Whereas my Born to Run palette, I can see this being like an every week palette, like my Tardiest Pro palette is. Alright, so this has been a kind of a long video compared to my 2 to 3 minute tutorials, but thank you for watching. That is a rundown of all of my new palettes that I've had in my collection, added to my collection. So yeah, thank you for watching. Bye!